Alright, hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I am back again with another video. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. So, you guys, I do want to go ahead and talk about a topic today, but first I just wanted to say Happy New Year. Can you guys believe it is a new year, 2024? I'm super excited. I hope that you guys are excited as well. Again, my name is Joy and I am a narcissist abuse coach. I've been dealing with narcissists since 2006, and since 2017 I have been helping former victims and now survivors heal, move on, and recover after dealing with narcissistic abuse. So I wanted to talk more on healing and recovering, in the year 2024, some things that you can do, just maybe some additional things. But before we get into that, I did want to cover a topic here. Basically, I was live on my Instagram, so make sure if you guys are not, follow me on IG, Facebook, as also join my free Facebook support group called the Healing and the Recovery Room, and then be sure to follow me on LinkedIn as well, right? But I wanted to touch on, because when I go live I get like topics and stuff like that. So this is actually, hold on you guys, this is something I want to review with you all. But basically the person was just talking about, let's see here. Okay, so one person mentioned that they used to date someone with schizophrenia, but he said he was only schizophrenia when he smoked weed. And she also said he was so controlling. I couldn't take my phone to the store and he come with me and he punched a wall. He was so upset because I was trying to leave. That's pretty crazy. So, with stuff like that, I guess in just 2024, you just want to be mindful of, I guess just recognizing the signs of maybe somebody could just be unhealthy or just maybe controlling or abusive or just obsessive, possessive type of thing, and just being like okay with kind of just like, letting it go or distancing yourself, or just kind of realizing like, hey, this is kind of, a little unsafe here. This is not feeling right. So, you kind of just want to be mindful for the year 2024 to just kind of put yourself first and know your value and understand, it may feel good in the moment to date someone that could be, and again, people have different, I guess, personality disorders or, certain mental health concerns or conditions, right? Now, just to say because someone's schizophrenia doesn't say that, oh, you can't date them or you shouldn't date them. But if you're seeing like some red flags, then you kind of just want to be mindful, because people that could have mental conditions or mental illnesses, it's like you can't change them. Only they can learn how to just manage it and kind of work through it and kind of cope, if that makes sense, throughout their day-to-day life, right? So, if you're willing to deal with that, then that's just kind of something that you have to consider, right? So, I think this person, she's saying that she's no longer with that individual that was schizophrenia. So that's pretty interesting. And then I got another comment. The person was saying that the narc was very dirty in her apartment, burned my carpet with cigarettes, and he knew I like things clean. I told him over and over to stop and he didn't care. And she said, I have yelled at him. It's very frustrating. He is like a child's schizophrenia real bad. Yeah, so some narcissists, like, they really don't care, like they'll go over to your apartment or maybe they'll be in your car, and they just don't really have any regards or any respect for like your personal belongings in your home, your things, your possessions, or the things that are in your house, your belongings. They don't care, right? So you just kind of want to be mindful and again just kind of think twice if that's something that you're willing to accept, and if that's something that you're happy with. Is that something that you really want? You get me? And narcissists are very immature. So that's something to kind of keep in account. They're very, very like immature children that just, a lot of them really kind of like want your attention too. Like, I mean, and normal people want attention too, right? Who doesn't want attention? But it's just saying like with a narcissist, they can kind of get a little desperate with it. and can cause a lot of mayhem and chaos, that could have been avoided, so that's just something to kind of keep in mind. So yeah, just understanding that people with like I said, people with mental health conditions or mental disorders, maybe you might want to just kind of wait it out. Like maybe don't be so quick to want to, kind of maybe like you can get to know them, but as far as like engaging like in a long-term type of situation, you might just want to think twice on it just to see if that's something that you can handle, like if you're able to mentally, emotionally, physically handle that. Because a lot of times the people that have certain personality disorders, people that could be narcissists, they end up draining you. They'll end up using you as an emotional punching bag, and also they could use you as a sounding board. They could also be just detrimental to you and your livelihood and your mental health and physical health too. You become exhausted, you become fatigued, and stuff like that. So just kind of be mindful. Let's see here, what else, you guys? But yeah, overall, like healing in 2024, you guys, I cannot believe it's like a new year. Like I feel like the year just flew by. It went by so fast, but I'm excited for the new year, excited for the new things to come. I did just want to go over here. The person was just saying something about like isolation and healing, and again, I'm not saying that you guys have to be alone all the time, but I think maybe that you can kind of implement this in your life besides doing the regular like inner healing, inner work. Whether that's studying, educating yourself, journaling, finding activities to do to keep yourself busy, finding new hobbies, new passions or new goals or dreams and stuff like that. It could be where you are spending time by yourself, right? And I usually bring this up, but you may have to isolate yourself for some time to kind of focus in on like your recovery. Maybe you might want to focus on your triggers or your insecurities, or maybe things that like you want to work on yourself, whether it's like your personality or maybe it's your attitude. It could be a certain behavior that you're doing. Maybe that's something that you might want to focus on in the year 2024 as far as like, healing and recovering after the narcissist. And also, I actually wanted to go back to what the person said. So this is kind of sort of like a part 2 to the video that I had did a week before, but basically the person left a comment and was just saying that just understand, like, the narcissist is not going to live happily ever after, like not this year, not ever. Like, again, I know that it may seem that way, right? Because again, it could be where you feel like the narcissist is like the hero. They get to look like the hero, they get to be happy, they get to take extravagant vacations, and maybe things look really, really good on social media, right? You may feel like, dang, like they're getting over on me. They get to look like, they were the victim and I was the one that was, mistreating them, when actuality it was the opposite, right? You were the victim and they were mistreating you. But once they left you, it seemed as if you were the one that did them wrong, but in actuality it was the narcissist that did you wrong. It was the narcissist that betrayed you. It was the narcissist that disappointed you and let you down, right? So you kind of just want to keep that in mind, that there's never a happily ever after with the narcissist. There's always something that's going to happen, whether it's karma catches up to them, the narcissist just gets bored and they just want another supply, or it could be that supply that they're currently with, kind of wakes up from the trance, from the illusion of the relationship, and it may not happen like, obviously not overnight, but it's not, maybe not happen like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like sometimes that narcissist could be with that new supply for a really, really, really long time, and you're just like, dude, like that could have been me. Like I wish that was me. Like I wish I would have been able. I wish I would have fought for the narcissist. I wish I would have tried to make it work. Like you could be beating yourself up like so bad, but you just want to understand that. Trust me, like there was nothing that you can do, nothing that you can say. that would have made the situation go in a different way than which maybe that you wanted it to go. Trust me, like it, whatever happened was meant to happen that way. So, you know, again, just keep in mind the narcissists, like they're never really happy either. So that's why they can never get that happily ever after. They like, you know, because deep within they feel like, you know, it's like there's a void, like, you know, they're hurting, like they've been hurt by somebody in their past. So what they're doing is they're taking out their pain, their frustration, they're taking that out on you. They're making you pay for something that you didn't even do. You get me? So that's just kind of something you want to keep in mind for this year. And like I said, I know for some of you, you know, maybe you have moved past the narcissism, you moved past the experience, you know, you really just kind of accept it for what it is, and just like, hey, okay, I learned from the mistakes, you know, I might need to work on myself. All right, cool. And then others of you, maybe you are not really ready to kind of accept what happened, or accept that, hey, this is not gonna work. Like whatever outcome that I'm looking for between me and the narcissist is not going to happen, you know. And so for some, that could be kind of painful to accept, or it could be devastating, or you could feel disappointed or just mad at yourself, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just want to kind of be mindful of that, and just try to go easy on yourself this year, you know. Be nice to yourself in the year 2024. You know, like I said, just continue healing, continue loving yourself, continue putting yourself first, and being your own best friend and being your own soulmate, you know, because if you're not your own best friend, if you don't love yourself, no one else can do that. And that, I guess that's another thing in terms of like, you know, more ways of healing in 2024 after narcissistic abuse, is really being able to love yourself, to be your own best friend, meaning spending time by yourself, right? Loving yourself, taking yourself out on a date. Like, you know, sometimes you may want to go out with someone, which is fine, it's normal, right? We're humans. But sometimes take yourself out on a date. Take yourself out for a nice dinner. Take yourself out for a nice drink. Take yourself to go on a trip or something like that. Maybe you might want to do like a solo trip, or, you know, maybe it's like take a nice bubble bath, or, you know, you might want to try out my sugar scrub. Just have to throw that in there, y'all. But I do want to share more about that with you guys in just a moment if you watch the video the whole way through. But yeah, and by the way, I actually did use it in the shower before I made this video, and it felt so good, like so good. I really want you guys to try it. But yeah, so, but yeah, you guys, like more on healing in 2024 is really just making sure that, yeah, you listen to how you feel about, you know, whether it's yourself or the narcissist, or like family members or associates. It could be coworkers, or it could be bosses, right? Like you might be in a work environment, and the work environment is just toxic, it's unhealthy, and you just feel, maybe you feel like a lot of pressure, you feel a lot of stress, and you're just like, dude, like I know I deserve better. Like, you know, I want more for myself, you know what I'm saying? You feel like they don't value you. You feel very like overworked and underpaid, you know. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind, you know, more on your healing and recovery after dealing with narcissistic abuse. Like I said, be kind to yourself, talk to yourself in a positive way. Like, and even like if your thoughts kind of get in the way, and maybe your thoughts are saying like, oh, you know, you messed up, or, you know, you're the one that could have made it work. Like maybe your mind is talking to you, right? Excuse me, like, because in yoga, because you guys know I love yoga a lot, or if you didn't know that, yeah. But with yoga, what I love about it is it really helps kind of calm your mind, because when you're doing yoga, like on your mat, it really, like, you have to focus in the moment, meaning like you have to like be aware of your body, aware of like what you're doing, because if you don't, you could like fall or something and you might hurt yourself. So when it comes to, even if you don't do yoga, right, or maybe it could be going for a walk, but just generally speaking, it's like you have to understand that when it comes to, you know, the mind, you have to be in control of it, right? So if you find yourself having thoughts about the narcissist, maybe you have to like have the thought and maybe just be like, okay, you know what, no, like I know what happened, I know how they treated me, I know how I felt, and that was a real experience. So maybe you have to say that out loud, or maybe you could say it like in your head, or maybe you would write it down. Like that's why I always recommend like writing down all of the horrific stuff that the narcissist did to you, because that's going to help you to kind of let go of reminiscing about them all the time, right? It's going to help you to kind of get back into the reality right now. I did have someone that kind of admitted, they were saying like, hey, you know what, I can't I can't write down the bad things that they have done to me. Like, I just can't, you know. And I think it was just due to the fact that that individual just wasn't ready to let them go. Like, and it can also be like this year, you still may not be ready for the narcissist. Like, you may not be ready to let them go still. For some, and that's completely normal. Like, don't feel bad about it. Like, just understand that you're still healing, you're still recovering, you know. And like I said, you probably love that individual, you know. Sometimes you can't help who you love, and you probably meant well, and you probably saw yourself having a future with that narcissist. Maybe you wanted children with them and stuff like that, but it didn't go that route. And that's, you know, that's life, you know. It happens, you know. But I will say that again, everything does happen as it should, and you know, that narcissist just wasn't the one for you, you know. And that can be hard to hear or hard to accept, but you know, it's true, you know. So that is something to kind of keep in mind. But yeah, you guys, I hope that this video was helpful and insightful for you, because trust me, I understand that the healing and recovery process is not easy, you know. And sometimes it's a lifelong process. Sometimes, you know, it's step by step, baby steps, day by day. You know, sometimes it could be hard getting out of the bed. It may be hard to take a shower. It might be hard to put on your clothes and get up and go to work, right? Because, you know, you just have a lot on your mind, right? You may just really miss the narcissist, you know. Maybe they was really a big part of your life, you know, and now that they're not there, or maybe you found out they moved, or they're with another supply, or, you know, maybe they just might be by themselves. Maybe they're just out living a bachelor life or a bachelorette life, you know, and that maybe that hurts you. So it's just a good time to really just focus on yourself, be by yourself if you feel comfortable doing that. If not, if you feel like you want to maybe start to see other people even while you're healing after the narcissist, that's okay too. You just want to be careful that, you know, maybe you're not using that person to help fill the void. That's the other thing, is you might want to have to find things to help you to fill that void that you're feeling without using another person, if that makes sense, you know. Like I said, having those different activities and hobbies it is that you're doing, or whether it's work, maybe you work at a certain place or whatever, or you work from home, or, you know, you take up on a project to keep yourself busy from missing the narcissist, right? You know, and yeah, you have to build yourself back up slowly but surely. So anyways, I hope that this video was helpful and insightful. I would love to know, what was your takeaway? You know, are you guys healing this year, or are you still kind of like not really ready yet? And I get it. I would love to know your feedback, what you guys feel, or do you feel like, yes, I have healed, I'm ready to, you know, step back out there in the world. And for some, you may be like, yes, I have healed, but maybe you just don't want to date right now, and that's totally fine too. Maybe you just feel like, hey, you know what, I just want to be by myself. I just want to really focus on what I'm doing in my life, and then when the time is right, you know, that individual will be there. You get me? So that makes sense as well. So anyway, like I said, you guys, so as you guys know, I do have my sugar scrub that was released, and like I said, I actually ended up using my sugar scrub before I got on the video, and it felt so good. So this one is the citrus ginger, you guys. This is one of my favorite scents, so I highly recommend, you know, like I said, you want to give yourself a little treat, you want a nice little exfoliation you can use before shaving, or, you know, if you just want something to kind of, you know, pamper yourself, make yourself feel good, make your skin nice and soft and smooth and smell good. And also, this is good for helping with ingrown hairs, redness and irritation before shaving. Highly recommend it. And the ingredients are actually natural ingredients, natural sugar, natural oils as well. So I highly recommend it. Now, by the way, you guys, this is not for the face. I just wanted to make that clear. This is not for the face. This is for your body, like not your face. But I will have a face scrub as well coming out. But also other products as well. But this is for your body. So like from like up here, your shoulders on down, you know. So that's what you can use. And this could be for men or women. It does have a scent, and the scent is amazing. It smells good. And this one is actually the milk coconut one that I have as well. This one is not open, but this one I did open this because like I said, I used it. And like I said, and as you can see, this is what it looks like on the inside. So you can see, and you don't have to use that much like every time you get in the shower. You could just use like a little bit. You could put it on your arms, put it on like your chest, and your legs and your feet and like I said, your legs and everything. Really nice scrub. You can put it on your elbows, your back, you know, scrub it out. Like I said, this one smells really, really good. I love this one. So good. Oh, and the other thing about the sugar scrub, I did tell a few folks about this. So you will use this in the shower, right? But then after you come, like, make sure you keep the lid on it while you're in the shower. But, you know, obviously you take it off, do your thing, scrub, and then you put the lid back on. But make sure when you finish with the scrub, don't leave the scrub in the shower. Make sure you put the lid back on, and then you put either this scrub back in your bathroom cabinet or underneath the cabinet in the bathroom, or you put it back in your room, because this is natural ingredients. Because if it has like too much moisture or too much heat, it could actually evaporate. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. So, but yeah, I love it. Honestly, it smells amazing. It feels amazing. And I'm not just saying that because it's mine, but it's really good. Like I said, I have used other sugar scrubs in the past, and I found that I loved it as well. And I was just like, oh, it'd be nice to have like my own sugar scrub because I actually use it, you know. So, but yeah. So definitely give it a try. I do have some other scents that I'm going to be trying out myself, and then I'm going to share with you all. It's a really, I actually tried it before, but I had like a little sample of it, but I'm going to get a bigger size. And I actually will have two sizes. I'll have a 9 ounce and an 18 ounce. So I'm really excited for that. And so yes, get yours. And then also, if you guys want to reach out to me for any support, I would love to support you in any way that I can. Make sure that you do visit my website, and I look forward to hearing from you. Any way that I can help you, please reach out. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. And Happy New Year, you guys. Let's make it a great one. All right.